Another Q&A video. So these are going to be questions that deal a little bit more with the rider and some struggles that riders have. And I'd love to hear if you have more questions along these lines because I want to be able to help as many people as possible. Okay, so how to get over the fear of messing up your horse because you're the one that's training, or not training, or whatever, but you are training and you're not that good at it. Oh, this is such a great question. Messing up is so hard, and I've got some inspirational videos coming soon that I'm not going to get into, but they will be coming soon. So please, like my page, subscribe on YouTube, sign up for my email list, and they'll come out through there. You presume that I don't make mistakes, but I do. Do you make more? Maybe, but you make different mistakes. Like, we're all at different places on this journey of riding our horses and training our horses, no matter what that is. Whether you do gated horses, trail riding, barrel racing, dressage, Western pleasure. I mean, pick a discipline, competitive trail. We are all at different places. And you may look at someone and go, wow, their horse is so good. But they were where you are now. They were, I promise. I was where you are now. And the only reason that we don't make progress is because we quit. It's because we quit. So what you need to do is say, I'm going to keep going. Ask for help, by all means. Don't just do it in a vacuum. We are all products of people that have helped us or things we've learned from other people, and that is amazing. It's what a community does. It's what life is when it's working well. So how to get over the fear of messing up? Know you're not alone. Know that I mess up, and I have messed up big. Huge. But that horses are so forgiving, and you can learn from those mistakes if you're willing to. But get out there and do it, because you will not make progress if you don't get out there and try. So I love that question, and I hope people are inspired to keep trying even when it's hard and even when they mess up. Okay, what rider foot positions translates to instructions to the horse? Now this one is definitely one that's going to be a little bit easier if I had a video of it, but it's a little, the weather's kind of yucky, so I don't know if I'll have a video to include with this. Basically, where your leg hangs, which should be right behind the girth or the cinch on the saddle, and if you riders are riding in saddles that put your feet forward, that's where you want a cue to go forward. That's where you want a cue to side pass. If you want the hips to move over, so let's say you're on your horse and you want the horse's hips to swing to the left, you would take your right foot and slide it back a little farther and push. Don't kick, and push. And if the horse is trained, that would be when he stepped the hindquarters to the right, to the left with your right leg. And the opposite, if you want the hindquarters to move to the right, you move your left leg back. If you want shoulder control, you can keep your leg a little bit farther forward, but that also includes your reins a little bit as well. But you'd bring your leg forward to control the shoulders. So that's the best I can describe it now with kind of a Q&A video. So what do you do with your legs, especially if you're just riding for fun? Great question. Western pleasure, I've been told to grip with your thighs, don't grip with your thighs, use your leg cues. What? There's so much out there. Oh gosh. There's leg cues. And then I read somewhere about the ABCs of leg cues, toes pointing in, the horse goes forward. I need help. Oh gosh, if I had all that thrown at me, I would need help. I'd probably need psychiatric help. I don't know. So one thing, don't stress over it. You should try to get better, but it's not the end of the world. And I do have a video on how to be a better rider. If you don't buy it, that's totally fine, but it is available for sale on my website and as a download. And actually just email me if you're interested in that, on how to be a better rider. But basically, you don't want to grip with your thighs. Actually, you grip with your thighs pretty much only in kind of an emergency situation. When you're riding, you want to have a relaxed, independent seat. Now that doesn't really mean anything if you don't study stuff, and it's just stuff we say. You don't grip with your thighs or your calves. You want to sit balanced on your seat bones and have your thighs and your legs and your knees and your hips all mobile, all moving and loose. Not floppy like a noodle, but they move with the horse without gripping and without tension. If you start gripping all the time, one, it's very tiring, but two, it also sends tension to the horse. Actually, we tend to grip a little more with our thighs if we ride bareback, but if you're riding in a saddle, you shouldn't be gripping unless the horse jumps sideways, and then it's sort of acceptable. Then, so your legs, so this is a good, if you look down, if your legs are in the saddle and you're sitting and you're relaxed and you look down, the seam on your jeans that goes along your leg, that should be almost perpendicular to the ground. Almost perpendicular, wherever that is, right there. It can be a little bit farther forward, but a lot of people, it'll be really tipped and it's not the right angle. And then another question that has to do with the rider here is, how do I change my seat position when I ask for the gait? Great question. Now, seat position alone won't usually make a horse gait or not gait, but it will help. So when you have a horse that is pacey, what you want to do is actually lean forward. And I'm going to try to, so if you're riding and the horse is going to pace, you're going to lean forward just a little, not a lot. If your horse is going to be trotty, you're going to lean back a little bit. Again, not way back, not sitting back on our seat pockets a ton, but a little bit. And those are things that will help you once your horse is gaiting. If your horse is totally not gaiting at all, those little changes are probably not going to help. Once they get into gait, then you go back to neutral, which is upright or mostly upright, not really far forward and not really far back. Wow, those are great questions, guys. I'm so excited to share some of that with you, and I look forward to more. Please, if you have more questions, just go ahead and comment below, and please share the video if it's helped you so that we can help more and more people have more fun rides with their gaited horses. You got this.